Well, hello, my cruise friends. Jeff here, and I want to tell you the story of an excursion we took on our last cruise. Now, at first I thought we were getting ripped off, but it turned out to be one of the best excursions we had on the entire cruise. In late February and early March of 2024, we took a 10-day cruise around the Western Caribbean on the Enchanted Princess. We visited Princess Key, St. Thomas, Dominica, St. Lucia, Martinique, and Antigua, and we had fun at each port, but Antigua was probably the most memorable. We looked at the excursions being offered by Princess, and none of them really tripped our triggers, so I started looking online at independent excursions. Now, 9 times out of 10, we're going to stick with the excursions the cruise lines offer, but since none of them really looked interesting, we decided to look elsewhere. And we did find one that looked like fun. It was a Tuk Tuk excursion. Now, if you don't know what a Tuk Tuk is, well, you're about to find out. I've seen Tuk Tuks in movies like James Bond's Octopussy and more recently in Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, so I was excited to ride in one of these things. According to the email we received from Rock Adventures, we were supposed to meet the Tuk Tuks at 9 a.m. right in front of the port. Well, we were there at about 8:30 because the email said to be there half an hour early to check in. Well, we were there, but nobody else was. 9 a.m. came and went without seeing a single Tuk Tuk, and other independent excursion operators were starting to hover around us and give us sales pitches about where they could take us if we were looking for something to do. Then about 9:15, a representative from Rock Adventures showed up and basically explained that, hey, they were on island time, and they started getting our final payments. Now, this was where I got another shock. When I went to pay with my credit card, the amount showing was quite a bit more than what I thought it was going to be. Oh, then I found out that the amount was in East Caribbean dollars, so hey, everything was good. The 4.5-hour excursion ran us just under $180 US for 2 people, so about $90 a person. At 9:20, the Tuk Tuks finally showed up, and after signing our waivers, we climbed on, met our driver, and took off on our adventure through the rainforest and to visit 3 beaches. The scenery was great, and of course you know you're in the Caribbean when you pass by brightly colored houses. On the way to the first beach, our caravan stopped at this lady's outdoor souvenir stand. And this is the kind of place I like shopping at because I know the money I spend is directly helping someone. Antiguans have an average annual gross income of about $19,000, and a lot of the jobs depend on tourism. So we were happy to help do our part, and one of the things we bought was guava cheese. And stick around to the end of this video to get our honest review of guava cheese. Speaking of helping out, if you could help get this video recommended to others by giving it a like, I'd really appreciate it. And if you're feeling particularly generous, please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. I've got a lot of cruising tips and tricks as well as cruising news and reviews. Don't miss out on a single video. Hit that subscribe button right now. The first beach we visited was beautiful and not crowded at all. The sand between our toes felt great and the water was the perfect temperature. My wife and I also had a lot of fun walking along the beach and finding little shells and rocks to take home. Our driver also provided us with our choice of either regular punch or rum punch. At the second beach we visited, we were given a sandwich and chips along with more punch. There was also a restaurant there where we could get extra food and drinks if we wanted to, and my wife and I really enjoyed just sitting in the restaurant area, having a cold drink, and watching the waves. Then we walked back to the Tuk Tuks and started chatting with the drivers. This gave us a great chance to learn more about the island and the people that lived there. They were all very friendly, answered all of our questions, and gave us a few laughs too. Well, after about an hour at this beach, it was on to our next beach for a brief stop. It was a little more crowded than the others, and we were glad that we didn't spend a whole lot of time there. On our way back to the port, we switched places with the other two passengers in the Tuk Tuk. Now, we had the front seats up until now, so we moved to the back seat to give all of us a change. Because the traffic was so heavy in the port area, our driver dropped us off about a block or two away from the entrance. We had plenty of time, so we strolled through the gift shops and picked up a few souvenirs. This was one of the most fun excursions we had on the entire cruise. We'd recommend it if you have sort of a carefree, adventurous spirit. It started off kind of rough, but once it got going, we had a blast. Hey, remember that guava cheese that we bought at that roadside stand? Well, we took it back on the ship and we gave it a taste test. So we took a tuk-tuk ride and we dropped off this little roadside shop. There is an older woman there selling guava cheese. I have no idea what it's going to taste like, but here's the guava cheese. Don't get any cheese flavor at all out of it. Very fruity. It's okay. It's like solidified jelly, kind of. Guava cheese. Yum. From Antigua.
Oh, Lord.
What do you think?
Alright, it's not as bad as I thought. It is kind of fruity, but it doesn't taste like cheese at all.
Thank you very much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed our trip to Antigua on the Tuk Tuks. I'm Jeff, and I hope to see you on a future cruise.